Hello, everyone. This is Martin, and welcome back to another weekly video update. We're looking at the week of January the 23rd to the 27th, and this is the week after Trump's inauguration. That was on Friday. Now, wasn't that a show? How many of you out there watched Trump's inauguration ceremonies, the parade, the ball in the evening? I mean, the United States, they really know how to make it big. They really know how to party, and they really know how to celebrate. And it just goes, something like this just goes on and on and on. And the entire day was spent, just celebrating. And I can just imagine how tired Trump must have been. I mean, it's not easy doing that, right? Being awake and I'm sure he didn't sleep the night before. So, anyways, good for that. Trump's now the president of the United States. We can all wait to see when he gets in trouble, if he's going to get in trouble. The more I listen to Donald Trump, the more I kind of like him. I mean, I'm going to give him a chance. Uh, I'm tired, just like I'm sure many of you are out there, of a lot of the politicians who are nominated into office. Politicians around the world who are crooked, who really don't do anything for the people, who just give us the political rhetoric, the same old baloney that we hear over and over again. And then once they're in office, years later, we say, well, why did we vote this person in? It's time to get rid of this person. So, I'm glad that Donald Trump's a brand new person. I think he's going to put his own style and input onto everything, his own stamp. And he's going to do things the way he wants to be done, and whether people listen to him or not, at least you have to admire him for what he's done up to date. So, cheers to Donald Trump. Let's hope that everything goes well for him and the world, and we'll see how that impacts on the U.S. dollar. And I guess after that long little speech here myself. Um, the US dollar still is underperforming. It all, time will tell to see what's going to happen, whether the US dollar will gain strength or not. But right now, it's kind of wishy-washy, even in bearish mode. And so for this week, we want to use caution, okay, when it comes to trading. Watch to see what the US dollar does after Trump's inauguration. And so the key word here is caution, everyone, with regards to your trading. Okay, and let me just. Okay, here we have the Euro USD daily, and you can see with this pair, price has been trending higher as of last week. You can see the red vertical line here. That's the close of last Friday. So we have the 5 trading days of last week. You can see that right here. And price did go up all the way up to resistance, came back down, up again. So we have 3 inside bars, which kind of is indicating a bit of a hesitation here with this pair. Again, we are resistance, and take a look above. If prices to go higher, we've got the 100 SMA, we've got the 200 here, and so I think when I talk about trading this week with caution, what that means is if we do take a buy trade here, be ready for a reversal that could come, shortly thereafter. So I don't think we're going to be in a very bullish trending market for long. In fact, I do believe we are going to reverse. But again, in this case, if you're thinking of going long, then you want to take a buy above the 107.20. So buy above 107.20. Okay. And let's take a look here. Remember, resistance is about 107.50, 107.80 zone, where price could go up and then just bounce right back there. So let me just take a look for a second. The 4-hour chart, okay. Yeah, 107.20, 107.20 for a buy. Again, that would be a short-term buy. I'm not saying that if you take a buy position and it does go higher, it's going to go higher for hundreds and hundreds of pips. It most likely won't. Okay, but that's what I mean. Use caution. Okay, and then now we come to the British pound USD daily. Same thing. You can see last week it was kind of a weird week. Okay, take a look at this huge gap. I mean, I've almost never seen a gap like this. This gap was about 200 and something pips, right? And of course, many traders who got in at the bottom thinking immediately it was going to go higher, it actually didn't. It actually went kind of sideways for a bit and down, and then finally went up big time. But right now, price is above, basically in no man's land. When I say be very cautious here, there's no trade setup just yet. Um, you could wait for a buy above 124.30, again short term, and I've drawn in this trend line. You can see the trend line right here. So for short term, if you wanted to uh, 10, you could take a buy above 124.30, but a very good opportunity for sell as well. Be prepared for that 122.45 below 122.45. So above here to go higher or above or below here to go lower. Okay, and again. Right now, price is at resistance. Okay, so now we get to the I just want to take a look there. Yeah, you can see here. So price up to the 50 on the LEOD chart. So Australian USD. Okay, again, this we are trending higher. This is a trending higher pair. We are in a buyer's market. However, price may be going sideways. Maybe may even be reversing. Take a look at the momentum bars down below. The momentum bars are getting smaller, smaller, smaller toward the zero. Okay, which means momentum is decreasing. But then, like I said, um, you don't want to take a trade right now, and you certainly don't want to take a sell trade. So it's a wait and see situation. But if you are thinking of going long, I've drawn in this long-term trend line. It goes way back. And here's also a resistance area here. So if you're thinking of going long, then you could take a buy above 0.7580. Okay, so talking about a buy above 0.7580, and again, price may come up, and then watch and be aware. Again, the theme of this week: use caution. So be aware that price could reverse quickly to the downside again. Okay, that is supposed to be a down arrow. Supposed to be anyways. Let's just take that away. Okay, now let's take a look at the LEOD. Again, you can see we have lots of room to the upside. Okay, again, just use some caution there. The Australian dollar, of course, is tied into gold. Gold seems to be holding. It's above the 8 SMA. I'm sorry, the 8 EMA. You can see that the green line right there. So gold still has a ways to go. It's above the fifth. Gold is above here, so it's got a good ways to go still. It can still go higher up toward the next resistance, the 100 here, even to this area right here. So if gold goes higher, that's going to certainly help the Australian dollar. Okay, now the New Zealand USD. Again, you can see what's happened. We had a huge up week last week. And then we had on Wednesday a big bearish candle, and then on Thursday a bullish candle, and then on Friday kind of a all the way up, all the way down, and settled in the middle with a doji. So again, indecision. Notice that these three bars, just like the Australian dollar, the last three candles, these three candles, they are inside bars. Again, we covered that in one of the courses that most of you took from me last year or recently, and these are inside bars, so it could mean that continuation to the upside. But remember, we are at a major resistance area, so if price is going to go higher from here, it could quickly reverse back down again. So to be really confident, if you are thinking that price is bullish, and we are in a kind of a uh, trending higher market, okay, we are still in a buyer's market. We want to look for good opportunity to buy, and that would be above the highs here. So you can look for a buy above the 0.7240. So 0.7240, okay, for buy. And then price, take a look to the immediate left here. So that could be your first target. Again, this is for the longer term traders or the end of day traders looking for a price to move on the longer term basis, not short term. Okay, but again, short term, if you take a buy above, 0.7240, you can always close it at the end of the day if you're a day trader as well. Okay, so that's what I see with the New Zealand USD, and you can see on the LEOD chart. So kind of just huge up day, down day, sideways. We're in this kind of um, consolidation area here. And again, it could go higher, it could go lower, but just be careful. Okay. Now we get to the US CAD. Okay. And again, last week was very interesting because let me just show you. Okay. First of all, look at the swing prices swing left here. This is the low. Okay, so last week price came down, 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 a really huge bearish candle, and then again, you see, made a complete abrupt bout turn, huge bullish engulfing candle right there. Okay, and now as price has gone higher, however, we are again at resistance being the 50 SMA. Okay, okay. So be careful. Right now, price could be going sideways. Not sure if price is going to go higher or lower. It all depends. Well, number one, on what's going on with the USD and its strength, and whether everything is going well with Donald Trump, I'm sorry, and as well as the price of oil, which we'll look at in a second. So if oil continues going higher, and it kind of seems to indicate that it might, then price could kind of reverse down here or just continue going sideways. Okay, so with this one here, um, again, we had a huge bounce from the bottom here, right off the you see price went below the 200, but then bounced right back higher here. And so it looks like this is actually a triple bottom one. See, there's one. Let me just indicate that for a second. Okay, see, you can see that 1, 2, 3, kind of a triple bottom, finally going up higher. So whether price keeps going higher and then meeting resistance again. Okay, you can see that area right there. And then bouncing back down, we will have to wait and see. Okay, and if you're looking at price to go higher, you can buy above 133.60. So again, 133.60, which is above here, or look for an opportunity to sell. Again, if price reverses, looking for an opportunity to sell below 132.50, 132.50. Okay, excuse me. Now we move on to oil really quickly. You can see oil, we had a huge up day on Friday. So if oil continues going higher, that means that's going to help the Canadian dollar. Okay, and that means US Canadian dollar, US CAD will come down a bit. Okay. US Swiss franc. Take a look at this one. We are in a bearish market here. We're trending downwards. You can see that we're making lower lows, lower highs. Okay. Um, and that's what we mean by trending market. Prices still held all the way below the 8 right here, and as long as price stays below the 8, price should come down toward either the 100 or the 200. So my bias is to the downside. If you want to take a sell trade, great. If you want to wait for a bit of a retracement, then look for a sell trade. But I'm thinking price is still going to come down lower first before it reverses. Okay, and like I said, the next support area is here or here. Okay, so let me just do something for you. I'm going to draw in a support area. Okay, so you can see at least price could come down toward this area, could come down to the 200 as well, and then you can decide on taking a reversal trade to the upside. Okay, so that's that. And finally, oh, and if you want to be certain here, I do have a sell recommendation. Again, this is what I'm looking at. I'm not asking you to take sell trades or buy trades at any time. Certainly, the numbers I give you are for my purpose only to tell you and also to let you know what I'm doing and what I'm thinking. But if I'm going to be taking a sell trade, then it would be below 0.9990. 0.9990 for a sell trade. That's what I would be looking at. Okay. And finally, the US Japanese pair. Let's take a look. This one's a bit weird in the way that it did not continue coming back down. It did come down to a support zone and then had a big mighty bounce up on Wednesday, Thursday sideways, Friday sideways, kind of dojis, on these 2 days. So right now we're in a wait and see situation. Situation is not clear at all with this one. Again, if you want to, I'm looking at possibly taking a buy trade above 115.50. 115.50, then we certainly have enough room to the upside, long way to go. Or sell below 113.80, below 113. 113.80, okay? And it may only come down a little bit further and then bounce higher. I don't know. But again, that's something that I'm looking at. So again, my bias is actually sell on this one. Um, but again, it's wait and see. Never jump into something just right away. Always use caution, especially this week. Okay, and let's all enjoy Trump mania, if we can call it that. I mean, there's certainly half the population in the states is going crazy about Donald Trump. Half the population is against Trump. And that's just the way life is so far. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how that all impacts on the U.S. currency. Happy trading, everyone, this week. Hope to hear from you soon. And if you like this video, let me know. Okay, and we'll talk to you again. Bye for now.